everybody, I'm Cassandra from Craftably Ever After, and welcome to another video packed full of crochet and Christmas and yarny goodness. It's going to be a fun video and I'm so excited to chat to you guys, show you what has been going on, what is coming up. It is going to be probably, as my previous video, a little long, but I appreciate you guys always hanging out with me. Please do chat to me in the comments. I am these days a little slower than usual, so do know that I read all of the comments. Eventually I do answer every single one of them. I love commenting back to you guys. It is just so much fun hearing what you are up to, you know, getting inspiration from all of you. It is super fun hanging out with you every week. Now, let's get started with the first thing that I wanted to chat to you about. And this is a project that I finished this week. Now, if you saw my video last week, you know that I have been absolutely in love with the free patterns that Hobby has brought out in collaboration with Jan Schenkel from Pick-a-Pow. And last week I showed you I did Lenny the cat. This week, you guys, I finished Madeline the puppy, and she turned out super cute. I mean, I will show you up close just now, but just look at that. So this is her close-up. I made her using a combination of rainbow cotton and Friends Cotton 86, which is a fingering weight yarn. No, I'm lying, it's not a fingering weight yarn, it's a sport weight. The Rainbow Cotton 86 or the Friends Cotton 86 is a sport weight yarn, a yarn weight 2. I really love working with it. These days, you know, I don't know, for months and months, I almost primarily worked with the Rainbow Cotton 84, which is the fingering weight. But lately, I've been falling back in love with the 86, the sport weight. Just gives me a slightly bigger toy and it's slightly easier to work with than the super thin ones. But here she is. I mean, there she has got a very cute little beret. She's got this super cute little outfit. I mean, look at this pleated skirt. Absolutely fantastic. Let me just turn it around. So all the way around, she's got this adorable skirt. Again, she is in Christmas colors because I'm in a Christmas vibe, you guys. You will be seeing only Christmas vibe projects from me for the next few weeks. So she's got this adorable skirt. She's got this, oh man, look at these little boots. Now in the pattern, the boots has got a stripy part at the top. I didn't feel like doing the stripes, but I did want to give her some very sparkly pom-poms that is just glued on top. For her as well, I gave a little pin on her scarf. This is the Dala horse. It's a very traditional sort of ornament type thing they have here in Scandinavia. This pin I actually bought when we visited Sweden with my parents last year. So it's a very traditional type of a Christmas ornament here in Scandinavia. You see it everywhere. So the Dala horse. I mean, again, with the embroidery eyes. Now, a lot of you have asked me, will I do a tutorial for these eyes? Yes, friends, I will do a tutorial before the end of this year. It is a mission of mine to bring out a little tutorial to show you how I do these adorable eyes, because I'm loving embroidering eyes these days. I love the look of it on a toy. So this is the second pattern that I've made from those free patterns on the Hobby website. I will link it down below for you again if you didn't see my last video. Superb patterns. Now, unfortunately, in this one, I did find actually the exact same mistake on row 24 of the head. Again, they say to repeat the sequence 12 times when in fact you only repeat it 6 times. The ears, I think, do also look different from the pattern. In in the pattern, the ears look much shorter, and they have it in a very weird placement, which makes me think they copied it, or they copied the ear placement from the cat, which the cat, you place the ears between row 3 and 8. These ones definitely should not sit at row 3, which is almost right at the top. So I just use the photo as a reference for where to place my ears. So just now, well, I don't know if maybe it's been fixed because I downloaded these patterns more than a week ago. It could be that they've corrected it. In the meantime, I'm not entirely sure. But the placement of the ears was definitely not correct, as well as row 24 of the head. The sequence repeat is 6 and not 12. Apart from that, brilliant. She's absolutely fabulous. I loved it. I loved making her. The next one I want to do is that little frog. Now I will see if I have got time for him, because you guys, this part of my video, now that we are done with little Madeline the dog, I'm sort of easing into part 2, which is a collab announcement. Now I mentioned to you guys last week, there's nothing more than I like doing than collabs with my yarny friends. And as last year, Julie from Kay's Mom Crochets and Caroline from At the Love of Crochet, we did a Christmas collab last year where we did projects based on Christmas movies. This year, we are doing a collab and we're calling it Sweet Crochet Christmas, or Sweet Christmas Crochet. I'll put on the screen. I'm very confused with all the collab names, but I think it's Sweet Crochet Christmas. And we're basing it on our favorite desserts. So what we're doing is we're choosing a dessert. It can be a Christmas dessert. It can just be our favorite dessert. And then we're making a project sort of inspired, a Christmas project inspired by our favorite dessert. Now we can use, for instance, the colors. That's part of the dessert. And this is what I will be doing. All of us are also going to be linking or putting in the description box the recipe for our favorite desserts if you want to go and have a look at it. And actually in the comments, I would love to know what your favorite holiday, Christmas, festive, or just in general, your favorite dessert is. I mean, I know there's people from all over the world watching my channel, so it's interesting for me to know what in your country or in your area or in your life is your favorite dessert. Like I say, it can be a festive dessert, it can be a regular, any time of the year dessert, but I will be sharing with you my favorite dessert, and I will make a project inspired by the colors from that dessert, and you will see why. Now in South Africa, we have obviously lived the majority of my life. I only moved, or our family, we only moved to Denmark in November of 2020. So for just about all of my life, I have lived and I grew up in South Africa. I've never lived anywhere else. Well, I did spend a year in Australia in 1997. I was an exchange student for a year. I lived in Melbourne, loved it there. Australia is very close to my heart. But apart from that year, I have only lived in South Africa until we moved here. Now, South Africa, being Southern Hemisphere, it is the middle of summer when we have Christmas. So we don't have extremely hot meals. We don't have baked puddings. Everything is cool and cold and refreshing, because it is just too hot to have a heavy hot meal during Christmas. So even our meals consist of a lot of cold meats and salads and things like that. But my favorite dessert, and this comes from the years we've spent at my grandparents' house every year when we went there for Christmas, my grandmother made trifle. Now, I think for those of you living in the UK, you might be familiar with trifle. Trifle is basically a sponge cake. It's sort of a layered dessert. So it consists of sponge cake, it consists of jello, it consists of fruits, canned fruits, or, I mean, you can use fresh fruit. It consists of cream, it consists of all sorts of deliciousness all piled into one dish, and I love it. I have such fond memories of, you know, a big Christmas lunch and then having this superb layered cold dessert afterwards, you know. And if you're children, like most of us grew up when we in houses with swimming pools. So at my grandparents' house, they had this very nice swimming pool. All the cousins would swim. I mean, we'd be out in the sun, out in the pool the whole day, and then you'd have this beautiful, cool dessert at the end of a heavy meal. So trifle is very, very close to my heart. And for many years in South Africa, I made trifle every Christmas. I will pop in a picture of the last Christmas we had in South Africa, which was 2019. And I actually did a regular, like proper trifle, and then you'll see on the photo that should be on the screen. I normally do a layered jello, or, well, we don't call it jello, we call it jelly. So a layered jelly dessert for the kids, because they're not always fond of, you know, all the custard and the cream and the sponge cake. So I always have a layered jelly dessert for them as well. Now the colors in a trifle for me has always been standard. There's red jelly, there's green jelly, there's the orange color of the canned peaches. We always had canned peaches in a trifle. Then there's also the yellow of the custard, the white of the cream, and then there's always berries, some sort of either like blueberries, raspberries, whatever we can find. In the dessert that I've shown you on screen, we also have pomegranate, that beautiful red color of the pomegranate seeds on top with blueberries. So a lot of colors in my favorite dessert that I can use for a Christmas project. So of course, being Christmas, red, green, white, definitely going to be in my project. I'm not sure what it will be yet. As you guys know, I'm on a heavy teddy bear kick as well. Apart from the fact that I'm loving the Pick-a-Pow free patterns, I'm loving bear patterns. I've made a ton of bear patterns the last couple of months. So who knows, will I stick with my usual and do a bear? Will I be completely wild and do something different like a puppy or a cat, like with the Pick-a-Pow patterns? Who knows, you guys? I don't even know yet. All I know, it is going to contain red and green and white for sure. Maybe I'll try and work in some yellow touches, maybe some blues and purples. I don't know. I'm excited. Trifle is the perfect dessert to be picking colors for a project. So there you have it. My favorite dessert. In Denmark, it's been a bit more difficult to do that type of a dessert because it is very cold in December. Jello or jelly is also not like a dessert they eat here. Like I cannot buy packets of jello. You know, like you would buy those small boxes of jello and you'd mix it with water and you'd leave it in the fridge to set. You cannot buy that here. It's very strange. So if I want to make a dessert like that, I've got to actually either find a specialty store or import it from somewhere else. So I haven't made trifle since we've been in Denmark, but those have been the fondest memories I've got is from eating trifle at my grandparents' house when we were small. So anyway, you guys, today, the 20th of November, is the kickoff of this collab that I'm doing with Julie and Caroline, and we will do the reveal of our projects on the 20th of December. So keep an eye out for that. If you want to participate, of course, you're more than welcome to. I would just love to know, what is your favorite dessert? Now, the last thing, you guys, I know this video is dragging on, but the last thing is very exciting. So for you guys that are still listening to me at this point of the video, I am actually doing a small little giveaway. Now, how this came about is, as you know, Pamela from Ginger Cat Crochet. She and I, because we share a birthday on the 6th of December, we've exchanged parcels and we're doing a sort of a birthday collab also on the side. With my one parcel that went missing, which eventually did reach Pamela, you know, and then I sent a backup parcel, and in between all of that, between me not knowing is my original parcel going to reach her, should I send a backup parcel, I started putting together another parcel. So we are now talking about a third parcel where luckily my backup parcel reached her. That's the one that I sent from suppliers directly. So I sent directly from Amazon and directly from Hobby. I didn't post anything from Denmark again, but then my Denmark parcel reached her. But in between all of that, I was starting to put together a third box. Now I'll show you what is in this box. I have got this book. Now it's already in a little plastic bag. I have got 2 of these books because my brother in the UK, he gave me on 2 separate occasions the same book as a gift. So I have got one of these myself, and then I've got this version which is brand new, obviously not used it at all, because I've got my own version. So this book is in this parcel that I've started putting together. Once Upon a Time in Crochet. Now this one is written in UK terms, but it's got some adorable fairy tale projects, if you can see it there from the front. So Once Upon a Time in Crochet. So this book. Then I also put together some little treats. So there's yarn in there, my favorite Rainbow Cotton 86. There's a little, it's upside down, a little Copenhagen notebook. There's a little baggie in here, one of my, those little bags that I made recently. There's a few treats inside. But because Pamela has now received my original parcel, and this one is sitting ready for action, I thought I was going to do a little giveaway. So this parcel that's already packed, that is the prize for the giveaway. Now you guys, unfortunately my giveaways do take a bit of work. So you cannot just leave a comment and then I do a random comment picker. I like my giveaways, and I've only done one giveaway last year during a collab that Caroline and I did. But I like involvement in my giveaways. So if you want to be entered into this giveaway, it's open to wherever you are in the world. Just know that some countries you might be liable for import tax. For instance, here in Denmark, anything that is shipped to me from anywhere in the world, I pay a standard import tax, and that's fine by me. So anything I order from outside of Europe, if it comes into the country, before it gets delivered to me, I pay import tax. And for many countries, it's the same. So just know that wherever you are in the world, if you win this giveaway, you will have to, if that's the rule of your country, you will have to yourself pay the import tax. Apart from that, I will ship it literally anywhere in the world. But here is the teeny tiny catch to be entered into this giveaway. You have to make something. So this is sort of, I'm linking it to my birthday collab that I'm doing with Pamela. I'm linking it to Crowvember, which is the crocheting Christmas items in November. I'm linking it to the the collab that I'm doing with Caroline and Julie, the Sweet Crochet Christmas. What I want you guys to do if you want to enter. Now you have got to email me your entry. This way I can make sure that there's no scammers and spammers trying to reach out to you, getting your details, and you getting all sorts of weird information. So if you email, you have to email me your entry. I'll tell you what your entry should be. That way I can also respond to you directly via email to ask you for your address or whatever if you win. I will do a random draw for the prize, and I will tell you that deadline as well. What you need to do, I would like very much for you to do a Christmas related, festive related bear project. As you know, for my collab with Pamela, I'm doing that lovely Lily-Lease pattern, the birthday bear pattern from Lily-Lease, but there are a ton of bear patterns out there. Now, I know a lot of you are continuously doing bear patterns. A lot of you have done Buddy Bear, for instance, which is a free pattern that I've got on my blog, but there are a gajillion free bear patterns out there. So I would like to be, if you want to be entered into this giveaway, please email me a photo of a bear that you've crocheted. Now, it doesn't only have to be amigurumi. I know not everyone is an amigurumi maker. So if you want to make a applique or a granny square, something featuring a bear, it has to have a bear in the project, and it has to contain some festive colors. So, I mean, if you've now crocheted a bear 10 years ago and you want to enter that one, that's fine, but you've got to crochet at least now some festive accessory for it. Obviously, I would like it if you do a bear pattern that's sort of going around now, but I cannot check that. I want like a bear roundup. So I would like, as I say, my email address will be in the description box below. If you want to enter, email me a picture of a bear that contains festive colors. Now, if your festive colors are silver and blue, just explain that to me in the email. So I'm not going to limit you to red and green, which is my favorite festive colors. Festive colors aren't the same for everyone. So just, if you use a different color, just tell me why this is a festive color for you. And then I will, if you email me, I will respond to your email to say, thank you, I've received your email. So if you email me and you don't hear back from me, please reach out to me again. So I will respond to every single entry that comes in, just so that you know that I have received it. And then I think maybe also on the 20th, we're going to do our reveal video on the 20th. So by the 15th of December, that gives us quite a couple of weeks. So if you want to send me your entry up until the 15th of December. 15th of December is the middle of the week, I think. But let's keep it the 15th of December. It's a nice, nice number that I will remember. I should have thought of this beforehand. So, deadline for sending me your bear festive inspired make. 15th of December, and I will draw the winner, and I will announce it on my reveal video on the 20th. I hope some of you will enter. I know the last giveaway or the last collab we had, well, actually any of the collabs, you guys always send us adorable photos. So this time I want to do a bear collage. Well, a festive bear collage. So I hope I will see many emails coming in. As I say, please, I will answer you back on your email. So if you email me and I don't answer you back, please reach out to me again after a few days, because that is the only way that you will know that I've received your entry. And then by entering, obviously, please just know that I will use your photo in my bear roundup. All right, friends, this has been a massively long video. I'm so sorry. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for just letting me every week show you the adorable crocheting that I get up to. I cannot wait to kick off on my, what do I call it? Hashtag Sweet Crochet Christmas that I'm doing with my friends Julie and Caroline. Favorite desserts. I will leave the recipe for my trifle in the description box down below. So keep an eye out for that project reveal on the 20th of December. Your entries for the bear giveaway to win this baggie of things and this adorable book, 15th of December. Email me your photos. All right, friends, that is it for this week. As always, I love hanging out with you guys. You are fantastic. I get so much inspiration from each of you. Keep going. Let's just keep the crochet gang alive. Keep the motivation up. It's a hectic time of year. I know exactly this time of year. It's difficult to fit everything in. I know all of us have got busy lives. A lot of us work full time. It is tough, but I am not going to let that get in the way of the festive vibes that I am just feeling all of the time. Like, the festiveness is in overload at the moment, and I'm loving it. So, you guys, that's it. That's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. I look forward to seeing all of your projects. And as always, you guys, you're wonderful. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. As always, stay safe and stay crafty.